First off, hello to all the children in the back. It's good to see you guys again. I'm glad to be back here seeing you all. I also want to thank all the members of the community that came out. This is an exciting day, and one that really seems like we've been working on for quite a long time. Hi, Dr. Robinson. It has been a process that has really gone on what seems like an eternity, but it is one that has really taught us a lot, and it really has shown great community collaboration. And so I just want to thank all the businesses and parents that really were participants in this, and it really allowed us to do it without having to go out and really solicit a lot of monies from our parent community, which was a massive goal for us when we found out we had to match this grant from the Jimmy Johnson Foundation. This really all began with Nicole Wachter coming into my office and having a conversation with me and really trying to create a vision of something new. And the goal of the Hawks Nest, the area you're sitting in right now, was really to try to expand our campus. As many of you know, we're over 1,100 students and continuing to grow as a school, and we just didn't have places for our kids to be. We tried to tie in technology to that process. We tried to tie in best use of our land, and I think that's what Nicole was able to envision when she did the grant for the school. We had no idea that it was going to come to the point where we would get a phone call and be offered this challenge by the Jimmy Johnson Foundation. But it's one we took on excitedly, and one we were able to take on and make sure we were able to accomplish in a rather short period of time. So we were very proud of that. It also has really been a catalyst to us improving our technology as a school. It really prompted our parent-teacher organization to get involved, and we now have more technology than what we've ever had, and the grant helped us in that process. We have students using iPads throughout our building. We feel like we are one of the schools that can be considered a model for how to use technology, and really this grant has helped in that process. In addition, when we talk about teaching the whole child, this has been an opportunity for us to build an area for our students to have healthy opportunities to learn and play and collaborate as children, which is also exceptionally important to me as a principal, and I know to the community at large here in this area. You know, before we go any further, I would be remiss also to not thank Ms. Chuka. She took a vision that Nicole and I talked about and worked on as a team, and then she took it and made it happen with her group of parents. I know Ms. Bossy was a major role in that, and many others, more than I probably even am aware of. But it was a long process, and once you realize you get a grant, to actually making it come to fruition, there's a lot that ties into that. And as we went along in the process, we found more and more financial obstacles we were running into and other issues, and we had community members that came out and helped us in that process. So thank you to everyone for being a part of it. Before we move on, I know Mr. Wood, our PTO president, wants to speak for a few minutes, and we're also going to invite Mary Barr Gallivan and Jenny Mayer to come up, as well as Beth Long, if she's here, to talk for a few minutes as well. So David, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. G. As Mr. G said, I'd like to just reiterate, as a PTO, we love being able to do these things, and definitely like to once again thank Jimmy Johnson Foundation, Lowe's Toolbox for Education, and also the tireless work of Lori Chuka. Thank you. Nicole Wachter, Tom Bossy, and all the, you know, even the children. I know you guys' children came out as well to help, and would really like to thank that and the community on a whole. We love being able to give this type of platform for the kids to play with, and the adults for the walking trail. I mean, to really get out there and exercise. So once again, thank you for all the community and all the large involvement that we had. Thank you.
All right. Can Mary and Jenny come up and say a few words? Or do you want to say a few words? I said, do you want to say a few words? I don't want to put people in bad situations.
So let me tell you, this is a great day in the office for Jenny and myself, because so often we are behind our desks, we are on the phone, we are working at our computers, and we don't get to see the amazing things happening at the schools we work with. So this is fantastic. First of all, congratulations. When we came and did our site visit, there was nothing here, and what an amazing thing everything you have accomplished. Jimmy and Chandra Johnson also send along their well wishes. They're sorry they can't be with us here today, but Jenny and I will be sure to report back on what we had the chance to see. For those of you who may not be familiar, Chandra and Jimmy started their foundation in 2006. And for the past 4 years, we focused on K-12 public education. So we partner with our friends at Lowe's and offer these grants to schools in the Charlotte area where the Johnsons live, in Muskogee, Oklahoma, where Chandra is from, and in San Diego, where Jimmy grew up. And over the past 4 years, we've granted a little over $2 million through that program, $600,000 of which has been here in Charlotte. And this is a tremendous success story. As Mr. G said, we issued a challenge. We were willing to put up half of the money if this community can come up with the other half. And not only did you do it, but you did it fast. And it was really exciting to hear the stories of how it galvanized the school and your community. And that's really what the purpose of the challenge grant is all about. And we were honored just to be a part of it. I echo my sentiments for Lori. She has kept us posted all along. And I know this has been a long project, but what's amazing about these is this is going to be here for many years to come and impact so many students. So we're honored to be included today. Thank you very much for having us here. And congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, you're okay. Before Tabitha goes, just to kind of, and I shared this with Mary a few moments ago, is that this process has gotten so large and there's so many people looking for ways to fund activities at schools. I've actually received emails from San Diego, California, in regard to how they can win the grant. We actually have had conversations and I've talked with people about different ways to fund. And in California, as you know, they're going through massive economic issues, and people are trying to find any way possible to try to do that. So we've actually been in communication with this school in San Diego to try to help them come up with something similar to this. So I wish them the best of luck as well. So Tabitha, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Tabitha Hagee. I'm one of the pro service specialists. Had the pleasure of working with Lori and bringing all this together. But I'm also representing my company today with Lowe's. Here at Lowe's, we are committed to improving the communities and supporting the causes where we do business and where our employees and customers live and work. The commitment is one of the many reasons I'm proud to be a member of this company. At the time when schools need funding the most, I'm proud the Lowe's Charitable and Educational Foundation awarded a $30,000 Lowe's Toolbox for Education grant to provide these students with the opportunity to play, learn, and grow. Lowe's knows education is the cornerstone to building our bright futures and stronger communities. Since 2006, more than 34 million Toolbox for Education grants have been given to 7,500 K-12 public schools, benefiting more than 4 million of our children. Lowe's is honored to be a part of the Cornelius community, and we appreciate the opportunity to work with JV Washam Elementary and to help build brighter futures for our children.
And for those of you that did not know, not only did we hit the Jimmy Johnson grant, we also hit the Lowe's Toolbox grant in addition to. So that's what actually helped us accelerate the process and be able to go through the funding piece much more quickly. So thank you to them very much for being a part of this. Lori, at this time, do you want to come up? All right. And I shouldn't say we, the PTO and Lori wanted to share and really thank some of the people that were a major part of this process, and that's local businesses, business leaders, and also many of our parents that went out of their way to do personal donations. And we're going to give a small token of appreciation to those folks. So when we call your name, can you come up to the front, please? That's fine. You're the boss. Yeah. All right. I'm just here as the spokesperson. I'm like Ryan Seacrest. All right. So Mary Barr, Gallivan, and Jenny Mayer, come on up.
We would actually like them to open this one now. It's something that we want to share with all of you, but it's directed to them, but for everyone.
This is my colleague Jenny Mayer. She's the other half of the Jimmy Johnson family. Sorry, I taught my daughter how to rap.
She did a fantastic job. So start to finish.
Oh, even pictures of the check.
We had to start with that.
Perfect. How neat. The start to finish timeline would be amazing. Thank you very much.
And photo permission for me. Because they're mine. This is for the office.
We should take that back to the office.
You actually can open it now if you'd like to.
I don't want to hold people up.
It's fine.
Yeah, because everybody's free.
It's for everybody's reason. You're very welcome.
All right, Tabitha, do you want to come up for Lowe's?
It is, I'm confident you can. And you can hang it behind your desk. Hence what would be in your box.
And you would be shocked to see when this process goes on and you have a parent call you and tell you that, is it okay if we have a fire truck come on campus with a ladder truck to take a picture? Oh, by the way, the kids are going to come out when it's like 40 degrees and we're going to put them on the ground. Worked out well, though.
There are over 350 kids in that picture to make that little thank you. So, and yeah, there was a lot. Yep.
All right, and here's some other folks we're just going to call.
Actually, there's one for you. There's one for you.
All right. And then you want to go through the rest
Yep.
of them? All right, Dr. Robinson, can you come up, please? And Miss Lennon? Is Lynette here? Oh, Miss Rinker?
For those of
Mr.
you who don't know-
Fitzsimmons?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is our mayor, our new mayor. Thank you. Troy, thank you for all your work. Thank you.
Is Chief Robinette?
Is Chief Robinette here? Rick, please come up.
Could be our liaison.
Please. Rick was kind enough to take me up the ladder truck. He's my new friend. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Also, Mayor Woods, can you come up, please? If you want to say anything about these in particular.
Nothing in particular.
All right, Mr. Cunningham from Cunningham Recreation. And these are all just different groups that participated in the process with us. All right, from Novant Healthcare, Huntersville, Lori? No? Okay. Tabitha already did. Andrew from Boosterthon. And Jonathan from Scott's.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
I don't see the cards.
All right. Miss Barlow from TSS Photography.
I do have to say, I took Ashley to new heights in life. Taking pictures. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Wachter, and the reason both of them are on here is because he had to deal with our issues. So thank you for participating at the last minute and doing that. Miss Bossy, can you come up? And then Mrs. Roy, is she here? You already came up once, so I'm not bringing you back up again.
Ryan Seacrest has a lot more hair.
Kelly.
Ryan Seacrest has a lot more hair.
Yes,
And I'm
he
sure
does.
his co-host is much more.
I don't know what else I can say. That's it. Yeah. Kelly and Phil Rouse.
I have to make fun of these guys. They were our first donation. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Takes a first.
Mrs. Denton. and Stephanie Van Rossen. And there were several others that were not here to participate, but the Adrian and Adam Appleby, Jerry Kay and Trang Vong, Chris Carlin from the Carlin Group, Lori Griswold from Novant Healthcare in Huntersville and Kiwi Shades, Craig, and it says Gumpy?
His name is Gumpy.
And Monica McNair. So they weren't here, so they also participated and were involved in the process as well. To thank you to all those folks. At this time, you know, our dedication is complete. I just want to thank everyone again for allowing me to participate and being a part of this process. The hope is this is going to be part of the JV Washam legacy for a long, long time. I would offer you, if it was so hot, to come up and have a drink, but I would say that's probably not apropos. But you are welcome to have a cookie and a cold drink if you'd like. If not, you can warm yourself and get to shelter. So thank you and have a great day.